there's a button on there to do that as
Wonderful.
well. The warning signs are huge, and we have other information and flyers that we are always able to give our community. The biggest thing is to consider what are changes that are going on for an individual. We use the acronym FACTS, F-A-C-T-S. It means feelings, actions, changes, threats, and situations. So we want to look at where those feelings are for an individual. Are they in despair, their depression, those kind of things? Are they in a manic state? We want to know what's going on. Actions. Have they changed their daily routines? Are there different things going on for them now? Are they actively seeking method or means to end their life?
Yeah.
Changes. Are there changes in moods? Both ways, because we also want to talk about if you know someone that's been depressed and all of a sudden now they're in a good mood and they're moving forward and happy, that may not always be a positive direction. It may mean that they've settled on a decision and that they're closing things up. That burden's been lifted, for lack of better words, in their point of view. We're talking threats, and threats not in the way the word you look at typically. We're talking about someone saying, I just don't feel like I can be here anymore. I just should end my life. What is this worth?
Yeah.
Those kind of things. And then situations. Are they putting themselves into harmful situations? Are there opportunities for them to end their life? Those are some of the warning signs. I can also read a few basic ones. Are they talking about it? Are they talking about death and dying? Are they writing about it? Are they feeling hopeless and having no reason to live? Are they talking about being a burden? Is there an increased use of drugs or alcohol? That's another big warning sign that there's been changes in what they're doing that way. Acting anxious, agitated, and reckless.
Yeah.
All these kind of things. You're looking for distinct changes in an individual's behavior, mood, and attitude.
Right. Our guests today on Encounter are Heidi Mikeska, who is the Community Systems Coordinator for the BC Mental Health Department. I can't read my own writing.
It's all good.
I want to say Association Department. And Melissa Martin, who is with SUNY Broome. And we're talking about suicide prevention through BC Safe, the Broome County Suicide Awareness for Families and Educators organization, a community-based organization with so many different ways for the community to become involved. And I want to give the phone number once again for the helpline. It is 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. So Melissa, when a student comes to you who sounds suicidal, I mean, there must be a lump in your throat or a leap in your heart. There must be some. This is not routine. So tell me about what you go through.
So we ask every student in every session if they're suicidal. We have a survey that we put out there. The students take 3 seconds to fill it out. It's based on how is your mood, are you suicidal or homicidal, what's your stress level, how are you eating, how are you sleeping, just to check in on some basics.
Sure.
So that we're asking every student that, because a lot of times the signs can go unnoticed, especially if a student comes. It's not uncommon for a student to come in for a couple sessions and then kind of disappear because life has gotten a little busier and counseling doesn't fit in.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's not necessarily super clear to us as the counselors on campus to see that a student is suicidal. But for the student that it is very clear, for the student that is coming in speaking that, they want to end their life, it's very hard, it's very challenging. It's hard to sit in that session. It's hard to make sure that you're making the right decision in getting them the help, believing them and getting them the help, and that they're going to follow through with the help that's needed. And for a lot of times they don't know what help they really need. How do you fill this void that I feel hopeless, I feel worthless, I feel like a burden? How do you help an individual feel better? So really helping them to access their resources. Who are their friends? Who are their family? Helping them to work on some social skills around reconnecting with people if relationships have been lost. Connecting them with something on campus or in their community, starting to build that up as we're working on some of the emotional stuff that they're facing as well.
And that's self-reporting. What about someone who comes in and says, I'm worried about my roommate?
Right. It's a different process on campus, but we definitely do go and check on that individual. And we're also worried about that person as well. So checking in on
Sure.
that person as well, because a lot of times you can say, I'm worried about someone else, when it's really about
Oh, yeah,
themselves
yeah.
too.
I have a friend who.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so really checking in on that individual as well as the other student, and making sure, sadly enough, counseling is voluntary on campus, but certain things we do,
Sure.
push a little harder.
Sure.
So.
Sure. Lives are at stake.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And we're very fortunate. We have residence hall on campus. We're very fortunate. We've not had a suicidal death on campus, but
And the
very common
residence
among-
hall directors, when I was in school, they were house mothers. They must be trained to
Yes.
recognize the
Yes.
signs too.
Yes, I work with them. The RDs, the residence directors, work with the housing director. I work with them. They're very in close contact with us, with public safety on campus. We do training at the beginning of each semester. We build a relationship with all the RAs, the residence assistants, just so that they have direct access to the counselors on campus as well.
Right.
I think that's one of the great opportunities with the coalition is we're able to facilitate and organize trainings in our community for community organizations, for businesses. We've gone and done some support. Melissa's actually done some of our direct suicide safety trainings with the staff there. We go to school districts and offer support and being able to do
I was going
that.
to ask about that. We've been talking about campuses, but what about high schools, junior high schools? What does BC Safe do on that level?
We've had a great opportunity. We have a great working relationship with all our school districts, and we have a great working relationship with BOCES, who does a lot of professional development, and we were able to bring in one specific training called Suicide Safety for Teachers, and we were able to train staff in different schools as well as folks on the coalition, and we offer and we go out to districts and do trainings to teachers and staff and be able to recognize the warning signs. How do you open a conversation? It's how do you then do a warm handoff? Because it is scary if you're having concerns for someone. What do you say? And being able to have some words to be able to initiate a conversation gives someone a little bit more courage and confidence to be able to open a door to a conversation and then create a warm handoff to the professionals that will be able to help them.
Yes. BC Hope, or BC Safe, is funded by, is it just part of the mental health department? Or
We have some small funding that we always apply for yearly, so we have some mini grants that support some of our initiatives, and a lot of it is in-kind services of our community members on the coalition. We always look for resources. When we get donations, we work on projects that are connected to those donations. When we have grants, we always look at ways that we can further the message and provide greater opportunities for education and training as well.
yeah.
I will say that people around the table at BC Safe are all dedicated to the cause and getting the word and reducing the stigma out there and opening the doors for conversation and talk around
Right.
suicide. So the passion is there to make sure that this is a topic that continues to be talked about, which helps make it a lot
Absolutely.
easier.
Yeah. Now, there must be a way to get some information on the web. Should people just go to the Promise Zone, or should they go to BC Safe?
We have a Facebook page, so you can look up BC Safe Coalition, and there is a Facebook page.
Good.
We are a subset under the Promise Zone website as well, and there is an email address that's bcsafe@co.broome.ny.us. That's the Broome County Mental Health Department, and there's a number at 607-778-1146.
Okay, give that number again.
Yep, 607-778-1146.
Okay.
If you have questions, feel free to call, and we will either answer them or guide you into the direction to get.
You know, you mentioned the Facebook page, and it occurs to me that one of my Facebook friends is a young man who is developmentally disabled, and often says on his Facebook page, "I don't know why I'm even here. I don't know why I was born." We talked about self-reporting, we've talked about people coming to their counselor, or we've talked about people in schools, but social media are another place where people cry out for help.
Yeah.
So what approach do we have there to help?
Well, and I think one of the things with the Lifeline, they actually have a text line too, so people can text in to have a conversation that way as well. Our Facebook page is set up that it's not monitored 24/7, so we want to, it's an information and educational
Yes.
page only, but we always want to make sure we have appropriate and accurate information. And the first thing on ours is the lifeline here as well, so folks have resources to reach out to. The biggest thing, if I were to walk away today, is that someone puts that phone number in their phone as a resource to be able to share with other folks when they're hearing those concerns and conversations, and to open the conversation at any point.
Right. So the number, once again, is 1-800-273-TALK. This is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. We have a couple of minutes left to, again, talk a little bit about balancing wellness. So for those who joined us late, Melissa, if you could give us the basic information.
Our
again.
5th annual World Suicide Prevention Day breakfast, September 10th. The theme is Balancing Wellness, having 3 survivors come and speak about their story around their suicide, their survival, and where they are today. Gives people an opportunity to hear people's stories, which can be pretty powerful. And we'll also have panelists from the mental health world, the substance abuse world, as well as community. And we will have providers around before and after the program to offer resources and talk to individuals as to what their agencies do and what their programming does in the community.
And how can people register?
They can register by calling, I don't know the number offhand, 778-1146.
Yep, they can call me directly for any information, and the email address is Ronica Smith, which is rsmith4@co.broome.ny.us. It's a very long ending for an
So
email.
let's do the phone number again. That seems simple. 778-1146.
Correct.
778-1146.
And that is my direct
Or you
line.
can call, look in the
Yep.
actual phone book that appeared on my lawn this past week for the Mental Health Association for Broome County. Our guest today has been Heidi Mikeska, who is the Community Systems Coordinator with the Broome County Mental Health Department, and Melissa Martin, who is with Broome Community, SUNY Broome. I'm
SUNY
sorry,
Broome.
I keep getting that, but I got your name right, Melissa Martin. And we've been talking about BC Safe, and we encourage you to go to the website for just Google BC Safe or Google the Promise Zone. You'll find that as one of the programs there. Thank you so much for joining us for this important conversation today on Encounter. I'm Jeff Kellam, encouraging you in the coming week to be gentle with people and with yourself.